Everyone got transported into an apocalyptic survival game. People went crazy fighting over superpowers. I was the only one who picked unlimited money. Everyone laughed and said I was an idiot, said cash would be worthless in the apocalypse. But they had no clue. Zombies weren't the real threat. Living people with superpowers were way more dangerous. Then, the system announcement rang out. 300 of us players got dropped straight into the game. The system explained that we'd all actually died in the real world. To earn a second chance at life, we had to survive until the end in this apocalyptic game. Then came the next phase. Time to pick our starting items. I skimmed through what was on the shelf. Mostly a random mix of superpowers. Other players fought like mad to grab them. I flipped straight to the last page of the list. At the very bottom, I spotted a coin labeled Endless Wealth. Didn't think twice. I grabbed it immediately. My class monitor, Wang Teng, who came in with me, chose mind control. Seeing me take the coin, he couldn't resist mocking me. "Mark, you're really that desperate for money? The world's about to end. What good is cash gonna do you?" Before I could even respond, he turned to the class beauty, Lu Ruyan. She'd picked something called the power of love. I can make every human fall for me. Even zombies will be charmed by me. With true love protecting me, I'll definitely survive. Once all the items were claimed, the system chimed in again, giving everyone 1 year to train their abilities and get ready for the coming war. Apocalypse mode would officially begin in 12 months. Only one winner would make it out of this game. Only the last survivor could claim the grand prize. Hearing this rule, everyone's expression changed instantly. Those who'd planned to team up now looked at each other with suspicion in their eyes. In this survival game, there were no friends. Everyone was the enemy. I didn't waste a single second. I got out of there. Immediately kicked off my apocalypse survival plan. I scanned the world map and set my sights on an isolated island in the Pacific, not on any fault line, outside major storm belts. Had a natural flat area, perfect for building an airstrip, surrounded by mountains that could serve as natural cover. I dropped $1 billion and bought the island outright. I casually named it Future Island and claimed I was developing it for tourism. I bought 10 massive cruise ships in one go, signed construction contracts with those NPCs, and shipped all the heavy machinery and building materials to the island. I had the NPC executives sign strict NDAs. Even they don't know where Future Island actually is. Once the cruise ships reached Future Island, the workers started building a makeshift airstrip. Then, I chartered 100 planes to fly in construction workers from all over. Those workers busted their asses day and night to keep Future Island off the grid. I bought signal jammers in advance and confiscated all the workers' phones. I built 10 ultra-reinforced fortresses on the island. All materials were top-grade, highest standard, built to withstand magnitude 12 earthquakes. The exterior of each fortress was camouflaged. Satellites can't pick up anything from above. But all of this is just a smokescreen. The real doomsday bunker is underground. The underground bunker can survive nuclear strikes and biochemical attacks. Even those tunneling zombies won't break through 5 meters of solid steel. The surface fortresses have secret passages leading underground, but the passages were built extremely narrow. Only one person can squeeze through at a time. Inside, it is like a maze, even if you're lucky enough to find the right path. Getting through the main door doesn't mean you'll avoid the traps along the way. If one passage gets blown up, I can still use other passages to get back to the surface. In the apocalypse, energy is everything. To solve the power supply problem, I installed wind turbines on the island, plus tidal and nuclear power generators. Water was easy to handle too. I set up rainwater collectors and seawater desalination systems. Even dug up groundwater purification equipment that can process contaminated apocalypse water into drinkable quality, plus instant high-temperature sterilization, instant low-temperature sterilization, ultraviolet sterilization, and chemical sterilization equipment. A wastewater treatment system specifically handles the bunker's sewage, considering potential flooding. All walls were waterproofed. The blast doors seal airtight when closed. The underground drainage system is seriously robust. I installed multiple air purification systems, ensuring the underground shelter always has clean, abundant air. I also stockpiled 100,000 oxygen canisters, just in case I need to seal myself in the underground shelter. I built 12 separate compartments. If 1 or 2 fail, the others can take over. Each compartment has its own dedicated function. 3 of them use the latest automated farming technology. capable of growing vegetables, raising fish, and keeping chickens. I stockpiled enough supplies in 2 warehouses to last me 10 years. Medicine, food, and water. Whenever the NPCs got suspicious about my construction, I just throw money at them in tips to keep their mouths shut. Then I went to Eagleland and bought heavy weaponry, including mobile combat robots and reconnaissance drones. And since I was paying so much, I even went through black market channels to acquire 2 nuclear warheads. In a bay somewhere, I stashed my nuclear submarine and a jet. The underground bunker has a tunnel leading straight to the submarine dock to prevent ability-wielding players from reaching the island. I had artificial reefs installed at the original island site. Any large vessel coming through would run aground and sink. Closer to shore, I set up electric fencing, encircling the entire coastline. And, in the surrounding waters, I planted explosives everywhere. I even installed radar systems to detect anything approaching the island, so I could take it down in time. I erected a massive electric grid in the sky to keep infected birds from landing on the island. In just 1 year, the island's defenses were fully operational, of course, to throw off my enemies. I also made a big show of developing tourism sites around the world, so those players wouldn't catch on. Those resorts were actually backup locations. I could fly there without refueling. After sending off the last batch of NPCs, I was the only one left on the island. I bought out a space exploration company and took control of over 6,000 satellites in orbit just to keep my internet connection alive. During that year, I acquired airlines and shipping companies worldwide. Then, in the final week, I ordered all planes and ships destroyed. The whole world knew the richest man had destroyed long-distance transportation. The NPCs all thought he'd lost his mind. Only the players understood. This global tycoon was also their competition. A notification popped up in the player's chat interface. Wang Tang asked me, "Mark, that global tycoon is you, right?" He was the only one who saw me pick infinite wealth. But I ignored him completely. 1 week later, the apocalypse arrived. The players who'd maxed out their abilities were ready for action. 300 player names and IDs appeared on the public screen. I was number 99. Wang Teng was number 100. Liu Yanren was number 101. Attention, the apocalypse has begun. This game will keep running until only 1 player is left.
Follow, like, comment, and share for part 2.